Hey friends, haven't subscribed yet? Go ahead and do it right now so you don't miss out on new stories. The Secret Affair, a story of betrayal and a twist of fate. Sophia had it all: a beautiful home, a loving husband, Mark, and two wonderful children. On the surface, everything seemed perfect. They had been married for 7 years, had built a life together in the suburbs, and despite the occasional ups and downs, their relationship was strong, or so it seemed. One day, while out on her usual errands, something unexpected happened. Sophia had just finished picking up a few groceries when she bumped into a handsome man. His name was Alex. He had an easy smile, confident posture, and seemed genuinely interested in her. After a brief conversation about the weather and the neighborhood, he asked for her number. For a moment, Sophia hesitated. She knew it was wrong, but a little part of her, buried deep beneath her role as a wife and mother, wanted the thrill, the attention, the excitement. So with a flutter in her chest, she gave him her number. She didn't tell him she was married. The texts begin. It started innocently enough. A few days later, she received her first text from Alex. Alex, hey, it's Alex, the weather guy from the other day. How's your day going? Underscore. Sophia, hey. Aha, it's going well. Just busy with errands and kids. You? Underscore. Alex, same here. Been thinking about our little run-in. We should grab a coffee sometime. Underscore. Sophia's heart skipped a beat. She felt a rush of adrenaline she hadn't experienced in a long time. She glanced around her cozy kitchen, where her two kids played in the living room. She knew it was wrong, but the temptation was too strong. Sophia matey. I'm pretty busy, but we'll see. Underscore. That night, as she sat next to Mark on the couch, scrolling through her phone, she couldn't help but feel a pang of guilt. But Mark, engrossed in a football game, didn't seem to notice the distance growing between them. Over the next few weeks, the texts between Sophia and Alex became more frequent. She found herself checking her phone constantly, waiting for his next message. What started as innocent flirting slowly turned into something more intense, more dangerous. Alex, you've got this mysterious vibe about you. What's your story? Sophia, haha, mysterious. I'm just a normal girl with a busy life, nothing too exciting. Alex, you seem more than just normal. I bet there's a wild side to you. I'd love to see it. Sophia stared at the message, biting her lip. She knew where this was heading. She should stop it, block his number, and forget about him. But instead, she felt a spark of excitement. Something inside her had been reawakened. Sophia, maybe you're right. Alex, how about you show me? The messages became more explicit. Late at night, when Mark was fast asleep, Sophia would sit in bed, texting Alex. They shared fantasies, talked about what they would do if they were alone, and the thrill of secrecy only added to the excitement. One evening, after weeks of texting, Alex made his move. Alex, we should stop hiding behind our phones. Let's meet. This weekend? Sophia felt her heart race. She had imagined this moment for weeks, but the reality of it scared her. How would she explain it to Mark? What excuse could she come up with? Sophia, I don't know. It's complicated. Alex, come on, you deserve some time for yourself. Just a couple of hours. No one has to know. She stared at the message, her mind racing. She could feel the guilt creeping in, but the desire to see Alex overpowered it. She made her decision. Sophia, okay, let's do it. The plan. The next day, Sophia began crafting her excuse. Over dinner, she casually mentioned to Mark that a friend from work had invited her to a late-night get-together. I'll probably be out late, so don't wait up, she said with a smile. Mark nodded, seemingly unfazed. Sure, no problem. I'll handle the kids. As the day of the meetup approached, Sophia felt a mix of excitement and dread. She spent hours picking out the perfect outfit, something that wasn't too obvious but would still make her feel attractive. She settled on a fitted dress and heels, the kind of outfit she hadn't worn in years. The meeting. That evening, as Sophie got ready to leave, she kissed Mark on the cheek, telling him again not to wait up. She felt a strange sensation in her chest, part nerves, part thrill. She grabbed her keys and headed out the door, her mind already on Alex and what their night might hold. When she arrived at the bar where they were supposed to meet, she parked the car and took a deep breath before walking inside. Her heart pounded as she scanned the room, looking for Alex. But instead of Alex, she saw a familiar figure sitting at the far end of the bar. It was Mark. He was sitting there calm, staring directly at her. Sophia froze, her heart dropping to the pit of her stomach. Mark's face remained expressionless, but there was a glint of cold understanding in his eyes. Slowly he reached into his pocket and placed something on the table, a small object that gleamed under the dim light. Her wedding ring. For a moment, Sophia couldn't breathe. She stood there, unable to move, as the realization hit her like a truck. This had all been a setup. Alex wasn't real. Mark had been behind the messages the entire time. She finally walked over to him, her face a mixture of shock and rage. "What the hell is this, Mark?" she spat. Mark didn't flinch. He looked at her calmly, his voice steady. "I just wanted to see how far you'd go, Sophia. And now I know." Her mind raced. She had been caught, and there was no way out. But instead of apologizing or trying to explain herself, she felt a surge of anger. "So you set me up? You tricked me." Mark stood up, leaving the ring on the table. "I didn't trick you, Sophia. You made your choice." He turned to leave, throwing one last look over his shoulder. "I'll be filing for divorce. I'll make sure the kids stay out of this." Sophia stood there, shaking, watching as Mark walked out of the bar. She felt trapped, betrayed, humiliated. But deep down, she knew she had brought this on herself. Mark wasted no time in filing for divorce. Within weeks, their once happy home was filled with lawyers, paperwork, and bitterness. They tried to keep things civil for the sake of their children, but the damage was done. The trust that once held them together had been shattered beyond repair. Sophia moved into a small apartment nearby, where she tried to rebuild her life, but the guilt and anger never left her. As for Mark, he remained distant, focused on his work and his children, refusing to engage with her any more than necessary. Update. It's been 6 months since the divorce was finalized. Sophia and Mark have no contact outside of co-parenting. Sophia's relationship with her children is strained, as they struggle to understand why their family fell apart. Mark, meanwhile, has kept his distance, staying focused on his job and the kids. Comments. _ I can't believe the lengths Mark went to. Setting her up like that seems pretty cruel. _ User 123. _ I'm sorry, but if you're giving your number to strangers and sneaking around, you get what's coming to you. Mark did what he had to do. _ Justice deserved. _ Honestly, this whole thing is sad. Both of them were clearly unhappy, but the way it ended, no one wins in this situation. _ Heartbroken. _ I'm not excusing her actions, but I feel like Mark's setup was pretty manipulative. If the marriage was falling apart, they should have just talked. _ Neutral observer. _ Sophia got caught playing with fire and got burned. Simple as that. _ Karma's real. And so the story of Sophia and Mark ends, not with reconciliation, but with a harsh lesson about trust, betrayal, and the consequences of playing dangerous games.